Why do big companies make advertisements even though everyone knows them? Hello, welcome all, hope you're all doing well. Red Bull, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Adidas, Nike. Everyone knows these names since they are brand names for such well-known corporations. It is impossible to meet someone who doesn't know them. Despite this, all these businesses produce numerous commercials every year during each season and at major events worldwide to consistently showcase their fresh concepts and advertisements, to show commercially that they have the biggest impression on people's minds and they compete with one another. They even create ads that are appropriate for each country where they are broadcast. So the question is, why do well-known corporations, despite their fame, spend millions and billions of dollars on advertising? Welcome! In this episode of Midnight Questions, I am going to answer the question, why do large corporations fund their advertising efforts despite their notoriety and all of us knowing about them? There are numerous explanations why huge global corporations invest millions of dollars in advertising efforts. In 1984, an alkaline drinking product became the first of its kind in China, alongside other drinks, Ian Labo, which means magical oriental water, which was the name of this product. In China's domestic beverage market, this was a miracle. As a result, it became the Chinese only official drink, and its popularity skyrocketed following the Olympic Games in Los Angeles. The reason for all this is due to the company's excellent advertising campaign at the time, which propelled it to the top of the Chinese soft drink market, with sales totaling approximately $5.5 billion in 1997, which is more than Pepsi and Coca-Cola combined in China in the same year. The orange bottle of Ian Labo is almost the most famous memory of the Chinese from the 1980s. However, despite of all of this success, with time going by, particularly with the arrival of the year 2000, the drink began to vanish as if it never had existed. And the reason for this is not only one, but one of the most important ones. The company, after all of its profits, believed that it did not need to advertise because the drink offered had become a way of life for everyone. However, with the lack of publicity and advertising of a distinct brand like this one, was the cause of its disappearance. Furthermore, it is worth noting that the company's products are still available, but the number of Ian Labo drink consumers has decreased significantly. This is because the soft drink consumers are typically young people, and anyone who did not live in the 1980s during the company's prosperity will not buy it, and there is no desire or curiosity to even try it in the first place. According to German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus, forgetting something or a product quickly is very normal. He stated that memory is strong at the beginning of recognizing anything, but as time goes by and without consistent reminders of that thing, it will fade from memory and become forgotten. All well-known companies and brands believe in this principle, and as a result, they make every effort to imprint their name and their product into the minds of all target groups. Whether the advertisement is on television or social media, the most important thing for them is to repeat the name of the product, and anyone who watches a lot of TV will notice that there are a lot of companies that consistently and frequently advertise and promote their products. Although companies such as Coca-Cola, Pepsi and chips have become a way of life and everyone knows them, if they ever stopped advertising, the emergence of competing companies will rely on ads and will make you quickly forget about them as if they did not exist in the first place, and you will want to buy the new product that you're hearing about and seeing more than before. The classic advertising theory is one of the most well-known advertising theories among businesses. It divides advertising audiences into three types: ordinary consumers, product-interested consumers, and essentially uninterested consumers. Furthermore, according to this theory, the advertisement should include two critical elements. The first is information and persuasion, which is directed at people who are uninterested in the product. Thus, the goal is to try to persuade this group to buy the product, either by showing that it is better than others or by showing that it is important in life, and many other methods aimed at persuading those who are not interested in the product to try it and buy it. In terms of consumers, regardless of their level of interest, this theory makes advertising mandatory to consistently remind everyone and consolidate it in their minds. This means that the consumer will remember the advertisement, the name of the product, its price, types, and so on. The average consumer is thought to be the most affected by all of this. They have no bias or preference between products, and they can find them drinking Pepsi and Coca-Cola, eating McDonald's and KFC. They can also be wearing Nike and Adidas clothing, thus advertising playing an important role in this context as they provide consumers with numerous options. Furthermore, all companies play an important role in establishing their place in the minds of consumers, becoming the first choice for a person when they are hungry, thirsty, or want to buy clothes or any other product. The most amazing thing, however, is that there is a method that attracts a large number of people, which is based on the use of celebrities in various fields. Many people buy Adidas products because they saw Messi or Mohamed Salah in company advertisements, and some prefer Pepsi because their favourite celebrity appears in the company's advertisement. It also features children's celebrities and cartoon characters. For instance, a lot of children want to eat at McDonald's because of the heroes of their favourite cartoon characters, usually in McDonald's restaurants or in the advertisement campaigns that they watch. Companies, on the other hand, don't care about consumers as long as there are opportunities for more customers. It doesn't matter who is relied on to promote their products. As a result, all of these methods seek to establish companies in the minds of consumers, whether they are interested or not. That is why you will find many people who take pride in wearing a particular dress or drinking a particular drink over others. You must also know someone who will not drink Coca-Cola no matter what because they are loyal to Pepsi drinks. Rather than that, they will advise and convince you that Pepsi is the best drink as if they own shares in the company or something along those lines. But it is worth noting that the goal of the company is to essentially make the consumer feel as if they are an integral part of it. After all of that, some of you may have another question. Why are there more advertisements for large corporations on TV than anywhere else, even though we spend the majority of our time on social media? One of the reasons is that major corporations do not abandon advertising on TV more frequently than any other medium. TV viewers do not have the freedom of choice because whoever watches TV is preoccupied with what they are watching only, and will have to watch advertisements against their will to finish watching their favourite programme. TV viewers cannot avoid advertisements as they do on social media sites, for example. This will result in people saving ads in their memory as opposed to what happens in social media, where ads are displayed for a very short period, with the option of bypassing them and not seeing them, of course. Furthermore, the number of people who watch television is far greater than the number of people who use social media, and no matter how advanced we become in the future, television will still have a large audience that cannot be underestimated. TV commercials will continue to outperform those on social media, and the best proof is that you remember several advertisements that were shown on TV when you were a kid. And with that, we have answered the question, why do big companies keep advertising even though everyone knows about them? And don't forget, if you have a question in the middle of the night that's causing you confusion, please leave it in the comment section below so we can answer it, because we make the most of our videos based on the questions you ask us in the comment sections.